Hello, water signs. This is your reading. Now, water signs. We speak often about water, and you guys, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, talking about water signs, meaning yes, you do like to be by the water, and yes, it means that you like things to flow. Now, for some of you in your lives, because you are water signs, you do get the ripple effect. You do get the big waves sometimes. You do get the undertow, so to speak. You deal with a lot of different aspects of being a water sign. Water signs for you currently. The first card that comes up is somebody who's truly putting in the work here. Okay? Somebody who's trying to make a mark. Somebody who's trying to stand up for themselves. Somebody who's trying to show someone, either you, water signs, or your partners, whether that's an air, fire, earth. But water signs, either you or your partner, is trying to stand up for themselves, is trying to show somebody that I'm not going to take something anymore, is trying to say that, I'm in this to win it. I'm not in this for any other kind of game. Somebody's trying to make it known that they're tired of this back and forth. They're tired of the unknowing. Yeah, that's what's coming up. For some of you, there may have been, in the very beginning, a third-party situation. There may have been something. Again, a third party does not have to mean somebody who's been in another sexual relationship, but it can mean that your partner was either married. It can mean that your partner was going through a situation or a separation or a divorce. It can mean that your partner was living with someone else, maybe not married, maybe they just lived with somebody. It can mean that your partner may have had children, or this all could be about you. Okay, water signs, it could all be about you. You could be the one that was, in the very beginning, involved with somebody and chose to leave someone, chose to go into a different direction. Either, whatever way this works for you. Okay, whatever way this story unfolds. If I say it one way, and I'm speaking about water signs, maybe it's about your partner. If I'm speaking about your partner, but it's actually about you, then own your shit, okay? So what I'm saying here, water signs, is that, yes, there may have been some interference in the relationship in the beginning. There was definitely a big tidal wave to so-called get through or get over, okay? Some of you got knocked over by this tidal wave that came in, water signs. Some of you definitely felt the effects of the powerful tsunami, so to speak. But you did get up. You did get up. Okay? Some of you may have seen that coming, and some of you may not have seen it coming. Depending on if you blink, you might have missed it. For some of you water signs, you finally found what it was that you were looking for all this time. It seems like, water signs, you've spent a lot of time either not finding the right partner or not finding the right job or not finding, the right house. Whatever it is that you weren't finding, it seems you finally did. And when you did, you looked at it so closely, so beautifully. You stare at it often. Even now, you're still looking at it quite often and admiring its beauty, admiring its structure, admiring its strength. So whether that's a person, whether that's a place, or whether that's a thing, whatever that is for you. So you, water signs, as the Emperor, you, very handsome or very beautiful, very alluring, very enticing, also very teasing, meaning that somebody finds you extremely attractive, or you find somebody else extremely attractive. For some of you, you have hoped or have hopes for a new beginning, for a fresh start with someone. For some of you, okay, some of you may have dealt with feathers. I'm not getting into that. Okay, for some of you, there was definitely massages. There was conversations. There was back rubs. There was foot rubs. There was dancing. There was laughing. There was traveling. There was a whole bunch of things involved in this relationship. Now, I have to tell you that with the happiness also came the disappointment, the breakup, the separation. the not now kind of feeling. The we need to put this on hold, put it on ice, so to speak. I'll get back to it. Right now, things got complicated for water signs. Very complicated. It took a while for water signs, because they're not an air sign and they're not with a Libra. Maybe you are with a Libra, but you're not the Libra. So you couldn't get the balance that you needed right away, water signs. You just couldn't get that balance. You tried, and you tried. You definitely had fallen over a couple times, water signs, trying to get to your destination. You tripped, so to speak. Some things came very close to you, water signs, like the relationship started to come towards you. You thought you started to get it under control. You thought things started to work out. You thought that things were finally going to be the way you've wanted them to be for so long. And then out of the blue came arguments again. Fighting, disagreements, giving each other the silent treatment, being standoffish, being adamant, feeling that your way is right, or they were feeling that their way was right. There was someone in this relationship, Scorpio, either you or them, that was putting in the work the whole time. Never quit once putting in the work. Somebody that was waiting for the other person, whether that was you waiting for your partner, or that was your partner waiting for you. But either way, somebody just kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. They wanted what you promised. They wanted everything that they waited for. And they wanted it now. Right now. Right now. They wanted it. Some of you had to deal with issues, or your partner had to deal with issues, waiting. They had to deal because the devil stepped in. And that's what caused the delay. The wait. That's what even left some of you out in the cold, because somebody chose this route at first. And here we have somebody being left out in the cold. Or maybe you walked away from your faith, from your church, and ended up doing things, feeding an addiction, trying to cover up or feed your sorrow, your depression, trying to get through something, but you didn't choose the right way to get through it, either you or your partner. So that left you feeling like you were out of control. It left you feeling like you were pretty much like homeless. Some of you may have been homeless. Some of you may have been out in the street. Some of you may have been left in the dark, so to speak, unable to find your way to the light. No matter what you did, you just couldn't find the happiness that you were seeking anymore. Until you ran into that person again. You ran into that person and love came out of the blue. They gave you that look, that okay kind of look, like, And they knew, or you knew, that they still had that feeling for you. You knew that you weren't really by yourself, even though you'd felt alone for quite some time. For some of you, the Wheel of Fortune card came up. So you felt like you finally were able to achieve something. You felt like you finally maybe mastered a goal. You felt like you finally got through a certain situation. Some of you, I have the Hangman card here. So some of you may have been kind of hanging around, or kind of being in somebody's view or presence. Somebody definitely could see you from a distance, or maybe they could feel your energy around them. Somebody also, being the Hangman, could feel someone's eyes on them. They knew when you might have passed somebody at the grocery store, or in the parking lot, or on the highway. Somebody knew you saw them, or you knew they saw you. They looked at you, they got a glimpse. But it's like you both are trying to play that, you can't see me do it, I can't see you do it kind of thing. but you just know. It's that inner knowing that's going on. Some of you water signs are dealing with somebody who's very spiritual. Or, in fact, you, water signs, are very spiritual. Water signs, something also came in very quickly. It may have been finally a offer, an invitation. It may have worked very positively for you for a moment until the doubts and the insecurities came in. Somebody was doubting your love for them, or you was doubting somebody else's love for you. For some of you, you felt kind of torn. You felt like there was still something must be hidden here. Something must not be right. Somebody's not being honest with me. Somebody's not telling me everything I need to know. I just feel like someone's hiding something from me, and that's what it felt like. Because it felt like this person came back towards you, but they didn't come back to you like 100%. They came back to you with one arm extended instead of both arms coming out and saying, yes, yes, yes. They came out with one saying, yes, yes. It didn't feel like somebody was really paying attention to you. It almost felt like sometimes they were looking the other way. Like sometimes they didn't want to see you. Or maybe they were avoiding you. Scorpio. Scorpio. Or any water sign. Cancer. Pisces. But I'm getting Scorpio really strong here. So there's somebody that's dealing with a Scorpio. I'm not anymore. But somebody's dealing with a Scorpio here. And this Scorpio, it feels like they dance with you. They walk back and forth with you. In other words, they follow what you say. They fall into what you offer. They act like they want to receive it, and then they back up like they don't. So it's kind of like they come forward, they step back. They come forward, they step back. It's like this dance that you keep doing. And that's very much for a Scorpio. And I think it's a Scorpio with an earth sign. Or a Scorpio with a fire sign. Yeah. Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So if you are one of them dealing with a Scorpio, I just feel like your partner, although they adore you, although they're attracted to you, although they've been intimate with you, they're not sure if they want to continue dancing with you right now. They're not sure. For some of you, it's a big struggle. It's like a tug of war almost, but somebody doesn't have the confidence. Or somebody may be resisting right now. Somebody also could be feeling as if it kind of reminds me like the Nine of Swords or the Four of Cups or whatever. Like they know that you're the one for them. They know that you're their soulmate. They know that they can't resist you. They know they need to be with you. Right now, it's like, it's not like they want to go and be with anybody else, or it's not like you, water signs, want to go and be with anybody else. But it is the fact that I think you want the freedom to be able to, but I don't think you're going to. When I see and feel the Ace of Wands around you, it's almost like somebody or something's going to ignite, explode, blow up. Somebody's emotions are going to just come out. Somebody who's been keeping something back for a while. Somebody who's not been speaking their truth. Okay, you got to speak your truth in order for somebody to be able to give you what it is that you want. If you don't speak your truth, they can't play the guessing game with this anymore. They just can't. For some of you, you have been knocked down, but you got up. But you might have got knocked down again. For some of you, this has been weighing heavily on your mind, and this is not something that's been going on for 1 year, but this could even be up to 4 years. 4 months, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, because of the 4. For some of you, you've been doing this for a while. You've been trying to be patient. You're holding on as tight as you can, but it's starting to slip. You're getting tired. You're starting to get very tired, water signs, because you've put so much into this. And you feel like you've been holding this relationship together for quite some time. But there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way for you guys to get to the top of the line, so to speak. There's got to be a way for you to be able to hold on to everything all together. There's got to be a way for you to see you are not like the other options. You are, in fact, going to be a choice. At this point in time, it feels like your partner may have the cockiness, or the egotistical side of them saying that, I can probably do better. Maybe I should just hold out and wait. I'm not sure what I want to do. Maybe your partner is saying, water signs, that they don't really need you. They don't have to wait for you to figure it out. They'll just go be with somebody else. They're saying that. They're not doing that. But they're saying that. Some of you water signs are dealing with somebody who still has secrets. Somebody who's not telling you everything. They're accusing you of doing this, that, and the other thing. But in fact, maybe, water signs, your partner is getting offers and taking advantage of opportunities. Maybe your partners are having an affair with their co-worker, with their super in their building, with their landscaper, with their pool boy, with whoever, or pool girl. Somebody that's pointing the finger is actually the one that should be pointed at. Somebody's definitely chosen to walk away from an argument. Somebody's decided this is too much work. I don't think I can do this anymore. Somebody's definitely made a decision, water signs, that it's exhausting. It's overwhelming. I'm not seeing any satisfaction. I'm not seeing anything change here. What else am I to do? So they're thinking about it now. They've thought about ending it before. They've thought about walking away. They thought about all kind of things and answers. None of them seem to stick. Because the simple fact is, for majority of you, a lot of these partners are your soulmate. There is a few that are twin flames, not all, because it can't all be twin flames. But there is a few that is twin flames here. That is why you can't fight this and beat this and win this. I like the Ace of Cups that comes for you now. Because the Ace of Cups, somebody's needing a hug. Somebody has cried a lot of tears over this situation. Somebody is just wanting abundance and happiness and joy. Somebody's just wanting to hear you say, water signs, that you love them, that you want to be with them, that you need them. Somebody needs to be made to feel important, as if their existence is needed. There is some of you dealing with somebody who may in fact feel that things aren't as good as they could be. Feeling that there should come a time where you two will be able to put things together in a lot of different ways. There is no reason for all this resistance that's going on here, because it does feel like, water signs, that some of you had choices and decisions to make. And in fact, you did. When you went with that particular choice that you made, you second-guessed yourself. Some of you got scared and panicked and moved away, like backed off of the situation. Some of you decided to be friends. Some of you decided, well, this isn't really working out for me, so you know what? I think we'll go back to friendship. Safer that way, isn't it? Much safer that way, because then you think you're not risking your heart. But then you're going to spend the rest of the time with this person. You're going to spend that time wishing for them to hold you, to hug you, to be intimate with you, to make love to you, everything. It's never going to be enough just to be friends, water signs. Water signs, you may have had somebody come and talk to you about something. You may have had a friend, a coworker, somebody who's noticed something's different about you. Somebody's noticed that you've been more quiet. Somebody's noticed that you're not looking as happy as you used to. Somebody's realizing that you're not contacting them, creating any messages, texts, nothing. Somebody feels like you've slowly walked away from them, again, like I spoke about before. Somebody feels like it might be because you have someone else. It might be because you made another choice from one of the options. Somebody feels like maybe they weren't good enough. Somebody's definitely feeling kind of bad, feeling like you didn't love them in the first place, when in fact, I know you did. And I know you still do, because I know you are still holding on. You are definitely still holding on. I also feel like there's going to be an opportunity for you to make this right. I also feel like water signs, either you or your partner, is going to look at all the options that are here. And you're going to finally decide to make your choice, your decision. Yes, somebody that you're trying to approach or trying to get closer to or trying to get to understand you is definitely being guarded right now. They're afraid, so they have their barrier up. It's a pretty thick wall to get through because this person has been hurt by you before, or you have been hurt by this person before. And I get it that you're afraid. I get it that you don't want to get hurt again. But I also get that this is the way you're going to spend your nights for a long time if you don't speak your truth. So guess what? I think that a psychic is going to let you know that somebody wants to tell you the truth on how they feel. Somebody's just about ready. They're just about ready to open up to you and let you know that you are, in fact, the one.